What's up everyone, it's DV, and today I'm actually going to be resetting my island. That's right, we're going to reset my island, and guess what? I'm going to actually do a new store. So I'm going to be working on a completely brand new store for my island, and I'm actually going to grind for it all from scratch. So I'm pretty much going to move everything here, and we're going to see how much we can actually make in a single day. And yes, obviously people are going to recognize my name, and they may even buy just because they're a fan. So the one thing I will tell you though is I'm going to price fairly. I'm not going to overprice stuff. I think, ultimately, yes, people will recognize me. Yes, people will buy from me. But I'm also going to do this. If this works out, I'm actually going to do a second account where people don't actually know it's me. I'm going to compare side to side, how two different published islands can actually perform, either as a YouTuber like me or someone that just isn't very well known yet, if at all. Someone maybe that just isn't known at all. Last time I did this, my alt actually made more than double what I can make on this account. And part of it is because a lot of people will just fill up the server and they'll just want screenshots and hang out. They just want to chat and stuff, which is no problem with me. But the problem is if my sole goal of being published is to make a bunch of money, then it kind of is thrown out the door, right? It's been a while. So my top, I think is my number 2, I think most popular video. I don't know if it's my second or most popular period. With the video I made where I made 220 million in a day, that is still one of my top videos. In fact, it reached over 700,000 views. And so based on that, that's my inspiration for making this video. It's basically a part 2 of that. And I want to see if I can actually top that because I've learned a lot since then. And I know how to set up, my island. I know item prices a lot better than I used to. And I think it's going to be a little easier for me to manage the inventory, especially now that they actually made it so it's a little easier for us to deposit money in machines. It's going to be a lot faster. So vending machines are way better now. But before I begin, I do want to ask you one thing. Please hit that like button if you like Robux, because I know you don't know if you like this video yet, but I know you probably like Robux. And smash the subscribe button if you're new. That'd be awesome. I make daily Roblox videos. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this. So here's the thing. So I did make this entire island, and yes, I'm going to, miss it quite a bit, but I'm going to rebuild it. So I'm not too worried about it. All this stuff is super easy to rebuild. The main problem is when you're doing like the hardcore mode, like I just did, it is a lot harder. It is a lot harder to build this up. The thing is, ultimately the way to get rich in the game is always going to be through trading, just because of how the game's set up. So I am going to go ahead and take down some stuff though for my alt. So I've got my alt on the island, and my alt's going to take all my valuables, or at least the things that I don't, want to lose. It's actually going to take all those things. And that way, when I hit reset, just in case, because I have heard rumor that doing a reset will actually take everything now. I haven't had that experience myself, and I did reset after people were saying that was happening. So I'm not sure if it's true or not, but we're going to check it out in a little bit, and I'm going to show you if it does indeed happen. Now, if it doesn't happen to me, it doesn't mean it won't happen at all, because there might be a glitch or something that's happening, or a bug that causes that to happen. So I'm just going to go and take up a bunch of stuff that I can always use in the future. And then after I complete this video that I'm going to do, then I'll be able to transfer anything I want back to my island. So all of my old stuff that's on my alt now will be able to, it can come home. So that'll be nice. Anyway, so let's go and get all of this. And an output chests are worth a lot. I don't care about the totems. The totems we can buy all day. And then my snow machines, of course, I got to get these, and I'm going to put those on my island. I'm going to grab that because that's worth something. I'm going to take these. That stuff's all good. I got all the presents off. Let's get this thing because let's get our drill, and let's get this machinery down here. I had some smelters. All right, get these. I think all this stuff can stay. Stairs can stay. Now, many of you actually know I don't really care about coins in this game. I really don't think anyone needs more than 10 million to do whatever they want in the game. So this video is not about, me encouraging everyone to try to, this is the end game, but it is fun to go and sell stuff. There is something about trading. Trading is actually a lot of fun. That's why games like Adopt Me are so huge. It is fun. It is fun to trade. And you get what you want, and then when you get bored of something, you can trade again. And I'm going to fill these up with items that I don't want to lose. All right, so I pretty much already transferred everything over there. I'm just going to go ahead and let these go. I don't really care about the chests because we can always buy or make more. All right, so I'm going to reset now. I'm just going to do a quick pass through, make sure we didn't miss anything. I think we are good to go though. Yeah, we're good to go. So this is going to be my farewell to my island, but I'm going to make another one. It's just going to save me a lot of time of having to destroy all that too. And this tower here, I won't have to destroy. Yay. So I'm going to rebuild this. I'm going to make a better one actually. I always say that. I always say I'm gonna make a better one after I do this, and I kind of messed up on some of the corners anyway. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and hit reset. Now the question is whether or not it's going to reset everything. It says your island and inventory will be permanently lost. You can only reset your data once every 2 days. All right, here we go. Resetting. I got kicked. All right, so I'm rejoining as a brand new account. I still have my coins and I still have my inventory. So for those of you that actually thought it would actually cause you to lose your inventory, it's not true. Like my inventory is still here. So I gotta actually spend some time to drop it all because we did want a full reset. So let me go ahead and drop all this stuff. This is gonna be fun. You know, like I said, even though it didn't happen to me, it might happen to you. So you never know. Like if you're really, really worried, just, you know, have your friend hold your valuables if you need to. Like especially if you have stuff that you just can't lose. Or sell it all and then transfer the money to your friend or something. There's that coin. So that coin is gone. So I'm pretty much fully reset now. So let's go ahead and get to this. I'm going to start grinding for some vending machines. So we're going to need obviously some crystallized iron, and we're going to need some green stickies, which is not hard to do. It's really not hard to get those things. And in order to be able to get out of here, we do need, I don't have an axe. I already have a pickaxe. So we're just going to use this to take these out for now. We're going to replant them. So thankfully, I don't actually need to do the tutorial again. Hey, I got a resource island already. Sweet. Thank you for the resource island. All right, so I need some ore first. Let's see. Okay, I got my workbench. Yay. Okay, back to the good old days. I honestly wish there was an easier way. All right, so we got a gift. This is part of the winter update, so you might not have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to farm for a bunch of electrite. I'm going to go out there. I do need a wooden sword for battling. I just need a little bit more wood. All right, we got our sword. We're good. Okay. I'm not actually going to use these. I'm just going to go and toss them because I did reload my island. I don't think it's fair to have them. So let's go and toss this one as well. All right, so here we go. I've got to go grind. So I'm going to go start grinding for some slimes. It takes so much getting used to this new camera too. So I'm just going to go ahead and use an auto clicker for a bit while I kill these guys. And after this, we're going to actually go grind for some electrite. And the reason why I'm not going to grind any snow or ice during this time, and I'm not even going to sell my present, is I actually, you know, I mean, I'll grind for it to sell stuff later from my own island. Ooh, there's a pink. But I'm not going to do it just because I think, you know, from a replication standpoint, it's going to be a little harder for everyone. I will buy and sell it for sure, but I'm not going to grind it. I just think after the winter, or at least after the Christmas update, things are going to be very different. But electrite will still be here. Okay, I only got a pink slime ball. Rip. The one thing I will tell you about this camera angle is it makes it really difficult to kite now. Whereas it used to be a lot easier to kite, it is definitely harder. So pretty much my technique here is going to be all about selling electrite for a bit. And I'm gonna pretty much seed everything through electrite. I'm going to get rid of this extra gift. All the gift boxes that I have, I'm pretty much just going to toss. Unless I buy it from someone, I don't really want to grind for it. All right, I don't know if I can't see the corner. So I need 5, so I'm gonna grind for 10 of these, and then I'm actually going to grind for the gold next, and I think it's 10 gold for vending. And I will be actually doing a Noob to Pro video on Xbox at some point. It's gonna be rough, but I can't wait to do that one. That'll be fun. All right, I'm gonna sell these real quick. Let's get rid of these. All right. So I just need 2 vending machines to get started, and then I'll publish. But I also need, I want a couple things that I can buy and sell initially. And I'm probably just going to grind a bunch of electrite to do that. And I'll expand out from there on things I'm willing to buy from people. So I'll basically publish for a while with the stuff I have. And then I'll buy and sell that for just a moment. And then I will expand from there. So basically I'll unpublish my island. I'll go out and buy some stuff, maybe with the, you know, million that I'll have or whatever I have from transacting. And then I'll buy and sell that, and I'll just keep doing it. Pretty easy process. I need 3 more green stickies. It's so much easier with something better than a wooden sword. That is for sure. I don't even know what the frost snowballs are going for right now. I don't think they're going for much, but I think they're going to go limited. Useless like the slime key, but limited. All right, we just need 1 more, and then I'm going to head to Buffalo Core Island and work on some gold. That should be easy. We only need 20 gold, and then I need to make a campfire. All right, we got our 10. I'm going to go over to Buffalo Core Island. Oh, I got a seed. First try, and I got a starfruit seed. Nice. I could actually transact with that too. All right, so we do need crystallized iron. My auto clicker's still on. There we go. I wish I had a better pickaxe right now. I need 7 more gold. Ooh, did I just get 6? I need 4 more gold now. All right, I need 4 more. All right, I got my 21, and I still need cry iron, but this is going to be too hard to do it this way. So let's do this. I wonder if anyone's buying frosty slime balls. Let's check. Let's go shop a little bit. Actually, you know what I could do is I can go farm some electrite first. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna farm about, let's do about 20. We'll do about 20, and that should give me enough for this pickaxe. All right, 6 to go. All right, let's go sell. I'm gonna check. See, Izzy's around. I like Izzy's shop. She's got a lot of good stuff. All right, let's see if I can sell anything to her. Let's see. All right, mushrooms. I didn't farm any mushrooms. Electrite, full and full. All right, I got 5,000 from that. Sweet. And grass. Okay, so these are full. Oh wait, this one's not full. I think she restocked. She's so on top of it. I don't know if she just restocked or what. Okay, so what I wanted to see is, does she have any pickaxes to buy? If she does, I need one. Does not look like it. So let's go to... How much do I have? About 86,000? Okay, let me head out to the public. I'm going to head out to the public spawn. Let me sell these real quick. All right, I think everything else I can't sell. Sell the berries. Okay, so I've got 87,000 on me. I'm going to need to find someone to transact with. Let me sell these two. All right, let's go head back in, and hopefully I can find someone with a really cheap pickaxe. All right, let's check the shop out. Oh, can I sell these? Can I sell them? Machine full, and... Oh, I could sell these. Wow. Thanks. I kind of needed that, to be honest. All right, so let's go find... Does he have any pickaxes? Because I really need one. I really need a pickaxe, dude. I hope you're selling them. Oh, no wonder I'm lagging. And all the fish tanks. Okay. I was like, dude, why am I lagging? There we go. 120,000. I'll buy it. All right, so let's head out. I'm going to go farm a bit. Now that I got this is going to be so much easier. Now I can farm some ore. I'm going to probably head over to Buffalo Core so that I'm not taking newbie stuff, because there's a lot of newbies here. So just as a reminder, I'm not picking up ice and stuff and snow, because this update's probably going to go away at some point soon. And you're not going to be able to replicate this video if I'm picking it up and selling that, because that's kind of not fair. Exception is like the frost stuff that I kind of earned from killing them. All right, we're going to farm here for a bit. We're going to also get gold and stuff because we can sell gold. Still a lot of work to have to grind for this stuff, even though I have it. Like, I have so many vending machines still on my alt. But the fun of this is going from 0 to millions in a day. That's the fun of it, especially on my main account. So I got my first crystallized iron, so now I just need one more. Just one more, and it's gonna take a while. It's probably gonna take a while unless I get really lucky. All right, so I got my second crystallized iron and I didn't even notice it. So let's go back to my island, and I need to make some stuff. So let's make a campfire. I need some wood to do that in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut down these trees. Sorry, trees. We'll replant you, I promise. And let's get this tree planting simulator back in order. Let's get these going. Let's go replant some grass. Tidy things up over here. Make our campfire. So we got a campfire now, so I can now cook my gold. So I need to make some gold. I'm going to try to make another campfire, just to streamline this a little bit. Actually, what's a furnace going to cost? 10 iron? Yeah, I'm not going to make a furnace. Not for 10 gold. Oh, you can actually stack. I didn't know you can actually preload coal now. That's cool. That's very nice. Okay, so I've got a bunch of stone, and let's see. All right, so I'm going to time lapse this real quick because it's going to be 10 gold. It's going to take a little while. We'll go to Izzy's because I've been going to Izzy's a lot. So let's go to Izzy's. All right, where's her workbench? Let's find it, assuming she has one. It's probably out of view, unfortunately. Let me see. Ah, there it is. I found it. I found her secret stash. It is under the island. Can't hide this from me. All right, so let's go see. What do I need? Okay, I'm going to make 2 of these. There we go. I had exactly what I needed. Let's go back to my island, and I need to go farm some stuff to sell in it. So, okay, so I got my first 2 vending machines. Check this out. There's my first 2 vending machines. I have nothing to put in them right now. I guess I could put the gold in there. I could put all this gold that I don't need. I'll sell them for like 2,000 each. Actually, that's, yeah, I'll sell them for like 3,000 each. How's that? All right. So I'll get a little bit of money from that. And then I'm going to go and do electrite for that next one. And then when we can afford it, we're going to buy more vending machines from players. So this is going to be cool. I'm excited. All right, let's go farm some electrite. I'm going to farm a ton of it though. So time-lapse time. So the rest of this video is going to be a voiceover. Just basically watched a movie this entire time while I recorded, which honestly is my #1 tip I could give anyone in this game. Watch a movie or do something else while you play, and you can actually play this game for hours and hours and make tons of coins and materials. It's just so much more fun when you're multitasking. Couldn't play a game like this or even Minecraft if I wasn't doing something else in the background. And so a lot of people don't realize that that's another reason why I don't always chat in the game, is I'm actually like watching another movie or like listening to YouTube. I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm watching Netflix. I'm doing something all the time, or I'm like even like maybe chatting with people on Discord. But pretty much what I did was I filled up my machines and I set it at 10,000 coins for my electrite, and that will give me 5 million coins. And so I decided to go ahead and, you know, also go into the hub and grab some blocks, because what I really don't like having is a super common looking newbie island. Anytime I do these videos, I always want to try to do something else with my island, even if it's just, you know, super cheap with sand and granite and, you know, something else, or gravel. I mean, so, you know, I pretty much went ahead and bought some of those blocks, cleared out my island, and then I just started making things that didn't look so square and, you know, try to make it a little bit more organic looking. So what I did was I actually promoted my code in my islands trading channel on Discord, and that's a great way to do it if you have Discord or Twitter. Another thing you could do is go into the hub and just post your code, or try to put your code in there and invite people to your island. Just say, hey, I'm publishing my island, you know, go ahead and join me here, and give them your code. You can also tell your friends, if you got some friends, invite them via Roblox to join your island if you can. There's lots of different ways of doing this. The other thing you could do is you can go to another island, and assuming you can get permission from them, you can post your code there and say, hey, join my island. We had Rob here joined, and he actually bought out my gold, and he bought a bunch of electrite, and about half of it, I think he spent, actually no, I think he spent most of it on the gold. He also he came in with like 2.5 million and left with like 500 coins. So thanks, Rob, for being my first customer. Now with the new machines update, you can actually fit, instead of 150 items, they doubled it to 300 items. Most of you already know that, but it's super helpful compared to my old island videos, especially my old Noob to Pro videos. Now I can sell double the items from a machine, which is huge. The other thing I like in this video compared to previous videos is that I can set the price, you know, just by typing, whereas before I couldn't do that. I had to basically, like, I had to auto click that little remember that plus button? I would just cringe trying to increase or increment my machines anytime I was working on it. So the one thing that I did, and I kind of messed up, is the position of, look where I put my vending machines. Like, people spawn in and they spawn in right in front of it. That's an oof. Oops. So most of this is going to be a time lapse. I am going to talk over the time lapse just because some stuff, you know, I do want to cover anything that's, you know, like important. So for example, a lot of people like would join the island when they'd say like, hey, can I donate stuff to you? Or they try to drop me stuff for free. And I will tell you, like, I was offered trophies. I was offered, you know, coins, snow globes, you name it. I was pretty much offered it. And of course, my thing is I don't want to take donations, especially during a video like this. The one thing that was really funny is a lot of people, you know, would come to my island and be like, dude, no, this is not the real DV. DV has a black spire. He has a spire, and he's got a different looking base. Feel bad that, you know, you don't realize it's me, but, you know, it feels weird when you're trying to, you know, justify or prove that you are who you are. It's just a little weird. So for example, Cloudy here was saying, you're not DV, you're fake. I thought it was funny. Eventually they would, you know, figure it out. It was great. So, you know, I basically, the next step here is obviously, you know, when you have 2 vending machines, the next progression is going to be to buy more vending machines, right? So, and the reason why you want 2 vending machines is you want to be able to buy more vending machines later, right? So you can't buy more vending machines if you don't have 2 vending machines. And so this technique, you can see I'm actually putting the other vending machine in this vending machine, and I'm just buying more of them. And it takes you seconds. Literally, there's people always have vending machines for the most part for sale. And then of course my server crashed. I don't know why, but apparently certain islands have been crashing, and especially when it's involving like vending machines. I have no idea why, but something caused me to crash. And of course I had this data migration that took like 2 hours. It was only like 2 minutes, but so I had to republish. After republishing, it didn't take much time for me to get more, you know, customers. And so some people ask me like, hey, how'd you get so much coin? Where's all this coins coming from? And honestly, it's all like in and out of the machines, right? So, you know, you're going to pretty much buy and sell. So you can actually make millions so quickly by doing a published island. And so within a matter of, I think about an hour into the game, I was already making a ton of money. I think I was up to like, and then from there, you're just going to skyrocket. So at some point I started averaging like 60 to almost 70 an hour, 70 million an hour. And that's just crazy to me. But that is how it is with vending. This game is all about, you know, buying and selling. So first day in, 540 million. And I could have made more. Honestly, I could have made more. I could have made $1 billion the first day. And it's not hard. Like I said, it's not hard to do. I probably will do $1 billion on my next account. I'll try my best to see if that is possible. But with my alt account, I will try my best for you all to make that $1 billion. So I bought a bunch of vending machines. It was great. So I ended up with like so many vending machines, and I just started setting them out, and people are like, where'd you get all this stuff, DB? And they don't realize like it's not that expensive to buy a bunch of vending machines. You can get them really quick. So ultimately, I only had really electrite to buy and sell for a bit. And so at some point, I just decided I'd go ahead and shut down my server and go buy some more stuff. So that's the next thing, right? Is you want to expand. And often what you're going to do is you're not going to care about the price of whatever you're buying that you're going to seed your account with. So what I mean by that is if someone's selling like a smelter and you really need it, you know, don't worry that it's like maybe $1 million overpriced or 500,000 coins or whatever it is overpriced, unless it's crazy ripoff. Ultimately, what you want to do is you want to expand out, and you only want to buy the things that are going to be making you money. And what what I mean by that is things that are going to sell, right? So you can't just go out and like go to someone's island and buy a flower, for example, that no one's going to buy. You know, a lot of people do buy flowers, but you want to have something that people are going to buy lots of. And, you know, a couple of the items that I actually did transact with were not the right thing to buy. But in this case, what I did was I'm looking for snow. I was looking for, you know, things like Christmas presents. I ended up buying some ice. I was also buying wood from players and then reselling that for a bit, but that wasn't really working out. So what I would say is wood was not a good idea because you're not making enough margins. Ice was a horrible idea as well because you're not making margins. What I needed to do was focus on the snow. Snow was definitely long-term the better option. The problem is these taxes. These taxes get you in the end. The starfruit and the berry seeds were a good idea to buy and sell. I made a lot of profits off starfruits and berry seeds. Berry seeds, I didn't mark up a ton. I think I was only making like maybe 2,000 each, you know, keeping in mind the taxes, because what I was doing is I was buying at like what, 10,000 and selling at 14,000, and I was making, I think maybe it was only like 1,000 per. So it wasn't that much. And that's the problem, is you're not going to make millions and millions and millions of coins off of just 1,000 at a time, right? Even if you're selling 300 of those each time, yeah, it is 300,000 for each machine that you fill and sell out of. That does add up, and it does help that you have that many, you know, slots or items that you can put in a machine, but it still takes forever. So it's great because we actually had Ace and Dev. So Ace and Dev dropped by and hung out with us for like, geez, I feel like he hung out with us for like an hour. It was a lot of fun. But Asen actually is one of the builders for islands. So pretty much the hub and even that Maple City or Maple Island that people hack to go and see. That's actually Asen's build as well. So really, really cool to hang out with him for a while. A lot of people begged him for like, you know, update changes and stuff. So he's going to unfortunately have like a full list of like requests from players for a bit. It was cool. It was definitely a lot of fun hanging out. And I really admire Asen's ability as a builder. I mean, especially in islands. Like if you remember like the witch island and the mansion and all that kind of stuff. I mean, Asen's been really busy with stuff. It's really cool to see their builds. So about like 4 hours in, I was already, you know, tipping up into, I think I had like about 50 million coins across my balance and the machines, which was crazy. And so I knew, you know, ultimately people were going to get bored with electrite and ice and seeds and stuff. So I decided to go and take a break and go visit some more published islands. Again, that's the best way to get some more, you know, new supplies. You don't really have to go shopping for anyone. Just over to a published island and just kind of go shopping for a bit on those and look for a fair price. Not, you know, like I said, you're not looking for like a steal. You're not trying to make profits off these things because you're just basically using it as a way to buy things. So I ended up buying a Christmas present. I bought a solar panel, bought a cactus spike, some snow, a RBB trophy, and pretty much that was pretty much my new seed for my new shop. The one thing I did make a mistake on is that solar panel, and I would not recommend trying to buy and sell solar panels because I think most people are just not willing to transact with those, especially due to the power limits. You know, because the game team did nerf those, no one's really into them because you can only have 7 on your island. That's where the seeds really come into play. Like people really like seeds. The trophy was pretty good too for a while. A lot of people like the trophies. You know, they like it for decoration, but they're kind of a pricey item. So you're really looking at for people that are kind of just wanting to fill up their island with trophies. And the seeds though, the seeds on the other hand, people do really like the seeds. They like trading them because they do want lots of them. I think it's because, you know, obviously you usually want to have like hundreds to thousands of these. So it is, you know, ideal that you're going to stock up on these. Whereas like things that are kind of like solar panels, for example, you do have a finite number that you're going to actually be able to buy and use on your island unless you're a shop and looking to resell. And that's what a lot of people were doing. You know, on the Discord, I was actually told by a lot of people that they bought stuff from me so they could make a profit because I was so cheap. That tells you something, right? That tells you, especially with my alt, how I'm going to price things. I'm going to be pricing things way different this time. In this case, you know, I did price things a little too cheaply. And so, you know, the downside though is in order to be able to make a profit off certain things like solar panels, I should have priced them a lot higher than I was. And, but yeah, so pretty much, you know, I bought and sold these items for a long time. I think the spikes were probably one of my #1 sellers. A lot of people like the cactus spikes. You know, I was buying and selling those a lot. Same with the pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds were a really big hit for me, as well as the gold was big. A lot of people wanted to buy that gold and a lot of people wanted to sell it. So gold was huge for me. I wasn't making, you know, huge profits off them, but I was making, you know, maybe a couple thousand each, which was good. The snow was big because most people want the snow. Presents were huge. A lot of people wanted the presents. That was a good one though, because presents, you know, you're selling them for anywhere between 200,000, 250,000, and you're buying them at 100,000, which if you're doing a lot of them, I wasn't doing like crazy bulk, but I was selling quite a few of them, which helped a ton. So I took a break at some point here, went and bought some more supplies. I bought a cactus spike blueprint because a lot of people were asking for those. And so cactus spike blueprints are a really great way because a lot of people want those because they want to be able to make cactus spikes themselves. So that was actually a pretty good one for me, but they were so expensive to buy from players that, you know, I was constantly running out of cash. And a lot of people just didn't have them. Like it was kind of rare for people to have those and the trophies. So, you know, I would say my top sellers though, if you're going to do the same thing everything I was doing. I would definitely say like pumpkin seeds were good. Starfruit seeds are good. Berry seeds are good. Presents are good. And it's going to be especially easier after the update. If you can get your hands on some presents and any of these limited items, it's going to be really good for you. Same for snow. The other thing I was selling a lot of was the randomizers, but a lot of people didn't sell those to me. Like they would sell out fast. Oh, the other thing that was really good for me was cactus seeds. A lot of people like the cactus seeds. They were, you know, I was making a decent profit off those. Not a ton, but it was a pretty good profit. The problem is, like I said, I would run out of cash for those. I kept running out of coins. And so if you don't have a lot of coins, it's really hard to have like a lot of different items. That's one of the things I would tell you as a tip. If you want to do something like this, don't do a huge mall, because the problem is you're stretching your coins across so many different machines. And I would say like a focused mall on things that are hot and constantly restocking. And I'm saying constant. I'm not saying walk away from your computer kind of, you know, shop. It's you're not taking any breaks. You're constantly just auto-clicking, and you're just constantly refilling. That's the way you're going to make coins. You're not going to make coins, you know, going away and, you know, living life while your shop is, you know, for sale. I mean, basically, because what's going to happen is things are going to fill up and people are going to, you know, stop. They're going to leave. But if you're constantly refilling, they might actually continue transacting with you. And like I said, like, you know, smaller is more manageable. The bigger your shop gets, the harder it is to manage for sure. And I know a lot of sellers can attest to this. Like smaller shops are better by far. I have to say, like, it's hard to manage a big shop. And I've done a lot of shops. I mean, I've had shops, you know, with hundreds and hundreds of machines. And I'm not talking about like that extravagant 2,000 machine one that I did which was stupid. But I'm talking about like my original like OG machines. And it is a little bit easier now to like restock these. You know, you can auto click and then you can set the prices very quickly. But it is still a lot of work to manage. So I could probably manage a store full time on my alt. So my next video, I'll probably manage a store that's about twice as big as this, and I'll probably make a lot more. But the problem is that if you're transacting with millions of coins items, so like if you have an item that's worth millions of coins and you're trying to buy like 10, 20, 30 of those, then you're going to have some problems. And we don't, you know, it's going to be harder for you to be able to figure out which machine to put your coins in. So eventually I went to Teal Pixie's Island because, you know, I needed a break. So I went ahead and took a break and I went to Teal's Island and, you know, hung out a bit. I did see some wreaths because I wanted to buy and sell some wreaths, and I did overpay for this. Unfortunately, from what I've seen is the wreaths were going for a lot less than this, and I bought mine at, I think it was like 17 million. So I did have to price mine to make that money back eventually off of a couple that I bought, but I eventually readjusted it. The other thing I wanted to make sure that I did was I put signs out in front of each of my machines. As you can see here, I actually made like signs in front of each machine that I was selling so that I would know what to restock it with, because I kept, you know, that's going to save you a lot of time as well. If you just look at the machine and just trust that this is the machine that sold out and this is the item that needs to go in there, you don't have to keep checking your prices, because that's the problem is I kept messing up and I'd accidentally put the wrong item in the wrong machine. And sometimes I actually made a bunch of mistakes during this video. So as the day was about to end, I pretty much started taking machines away, just, you know, so I didn't have to keep restocking them. And, you know, ultimately what you want to do is you want to sell out of everything that you have on your island to complete the number. So I pretty much started selling the machines. I started selling everything that was left in the machines. And ultimately there were a couple machines that were left that people just were not buying no matter what. I would even discount them. I kept telling them like, hey, I'm discounting more. And ultimately they wouldn't buy. So I was like, okay, they're all going to hang out. So it's time for some spleef battles. So, and then what happened was during this video, of course, someone kept throwing the formula on me while I was in the machines, which caused that glitch. So there's that invisibility glitch. And so somehow I turned invisible. And so no one could see me, but I could sometimes see myself. But what's weird is if you go into the machine, you would actually like go invisible. And then if you go in the machine again, you would actually be visible, but that's only to yourself. But to everyone else, you're invisible for, you know, the entire time. So I pretty much used that for my advantage to pretty much take out everyone. And I ultimately took out my entire island. So at the very, very end here, we ended up with like nothing left in the island. And I kept discounting the items in my machines until I finally got to 539 million and pretty much wrapped up from there. So that was a ton of fun. I actually made, geez, I thought I made like 540 million. We can't end it like this, everyone. We can't end it like this. We got to make that last million. Let's go out here and I'm going to make that last million so I can round it off to 540 million in one day. Actually less than a day, because I still have a couple hours left before that happens. But I beat my record. So my record previously on an alt, at least on my alt, was like 220 million. It was 220 million coins in a single day. Prior to that, I only made 100 million on this account in a day. And so my alt still carried the record until today. And then what I'm going to do, because I got a lot of comments today, And honestly, it really frustrates me. I know I shouldn't get frustrated by this kind of stuff, but it really does frustrate me when people say that, you know, I'm only going to make, you know, coins on my island because I'm a YouTuber. And I 100% disagree with that. I actually think it's harder for YouTubers to make coins unless the YouTuber is overpricing everything like crazy. Like there's a lot of YouTubers that do that. I don't do that. If you check my prices throughout the video, yeah, there might be some discrepancies. Maybe I'm making a couple $100,000 here and there extra, but I never overprice my stuff. If you compare my prices to any of the other islands during this entire process, you'll notice that I was usually underpricing stuff. And I actually found that I was taking a loss on a lot of items during this video. I looked and I didn't realize because of the new taxes, I kept forgetting about the taxes. So you got to keep in, you know, consideration your taxes. So if you're item flipping, you need to make sure you're actually making a profit. And I was not making a profit on a couple items. And a lot of you probably caught on to that, but I wasn't making a profit on some of that stuff. And I was actually taking a loss. So thankfully I was making a profit elsewhere, you know, especially through some of the, you know, smaller items. But to my point though, is that, you know, my next video that I'm going to do, I'm actually going to create a completely brand new account and I'm going to start from scratch just like this one. And I'm actually going to make a profit off my items. I'm going to price things the way other stores do and show you, you know, what can I make in a single day on my alt. Because, you know, yeah, I could go and take the, I could take this approach where I'm really generous with certain things. Even some people said, you know, I had a lot of comments saying, you know, DV, your prices are really good. And in many cases, people are saying, DV, those prices aren't fair to you. You know, like you're kind of hurting yourself in the end. And I agree with them 100%. But the thing is last time I did this, a lot of people were critiquing me. And so I get that I'm going to be scrutinized a lot differently and harder than say the average, you know, like YouTube / published island. And yeah, it is fair. It is 100% true that people will buy stuff from me because I'm a YouTuber. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not denying that. But there's other aspects of making a video like this that actually detract and become a disadvantage for me. So it kind of, you know, I would say it actually goes into the negative for me. But if you look at the end, how long it took me like an hour just to sell out the remaining items. And there were billionaires on the server. If that was the case, then I would sell everything out right away. And the cool thing about not being a YouTuber is I can, you know, AFK. On top of that, I can price things much higher for a better profit. And I can also price things much lower for a better profit. And, you know, in a sense, I never do that as a YouTuber, right? But as an alt, I have no problem, you know, having a fair playing ground with everyone else in the community by creating this alt. So I can't wait to make that video. I'm going to be making that pretty soon here. And I look forward to breaking my last alt record. And again, yeah, 100%, this is published servers. This is published servers Pro Pass. If you're trying to compare, I will not compare to someone that does not have Robux, okay? So I'm not saying like I've done better than someone that doesn't have Robux. We're totally in a different category here. Yes, 100% pay to win. It's totally different category. I will never compare and say, hey, I made so much more money than you and you don't have the Pro Pass. No. I will not do that. But we're going to keep farming this electrite. We're going to get to 200. So I'm going to time lapse the rest. All right, finally found someone buying these. Oh my gosh. That took just took so long to find someone buying electrite at a fair price. If I jumped into an island and left it, I'm so sorry for not being able to stay and say hello. I'm in such a hurry to get this done. I needed to make the deadline to complete this video. So, oh man, so that took forever just to find someone that was willing to buy electrite. Anyway, so man, 540 million coins in a day. That is, again, that's my record. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and smash the subscribe button if you are new. And like I said, I will be doing another one of these on my alt. It was a lot of fun to make this. This is going to actually be the start of my new island. I really don't think I'm going to be resetting anytime soon again. It's fun to reset. And I usually, I always say this, but the last time I did this was because of the hardcore mode. And I think, unless I do another hardcore series, I'll probably keep this one and continue to, pretty much go for as many coins as possible. I know that pretty much goes against everything that I play this game for, but I plan on doing that specifically for being able to buy a lot of stuff for giveaways and things and doing like fun events and stuff. So, and as well as drop parties. So I think at this point, I think I'm going to start, gathering the wealth up again and being able to really put on some fun events for everyone. And it was also a lot of fun, honestly. It was a lot of fun seeing all of you and taking screenshots and chatting, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.